Welcome back, guys. I've recently discovered this crazy new fragment change that I think went under the radar. I don't know when this happened. I'm pretty sure it happened very recently because I don't remember this ever having this functionality. Before, you always had to hit a headshot when a target was weakened to spawn an orb and a void breach. But now I was looking at the subclass and I tried this fragment out. And now it doesn't need a headshot. So now it works with grenades. So because we're running the weakening grenade, we'll spawn 2 orbs of power and a void breach. So depending on what we're using, in some cases I switch from the grenade orb, so you get grenade energy when picking up orbs. So you get a lot of grenade energy, and in some cases, if you really want as many charge of light stacks as possible, you can actually run the new harvest mod on the boots, which will allow you to get charge of light for whenever you pick up the void breaches. This makes it very good for just getting constant like special ammo finishers or whatever you want. It makes it very easy also with these boots that I'm using in this video to get infinite smoke grenades. With the new buffed Radiant Dance Machines, we get infinite dodges on the Void subclass, so that means we get infinite smoke grenades, and we can just spam them and keep going if we get kills with it. And it just works out so well because we spawn so many orbs and so many Void Breaches. And if we have a high ad density, we basically never run out of abilities and almost always have over 3 stacks of Charge of Light. You can only normally hold 3, but let's say if you use the chest piece mod that you hold 4, this could also work to just constantly get 4 from each, because you'll get, when you pick up 1, you'll get orb, and you'll get 2 charge stacks, and if you pick up a second one, you'll get 4, and then the void breach is just extra, so you don't even really need to use a void breach. But if you don't want to run the mod that gives you 2 for each, you could run the void breach. It's completely up to you. There's a lot of options with the setup, and I haven't fully figured out what I'm going to do with the setup. It's just at beginning stages of the build creation, and I've really been struggling to have fun with this game, but this kind of brought me back. It felt very space magic strong, and it was just really fun to just spam all these abilities. I really miss this about Destiny, and all the ability nerfs and stuff has really made the game feel much worse. It meant so much that you guys stopped by, though, and I can't wait to get into this beginning stage of the build. I'm going to show the rest of the build and show you the options that you can run on it, just so you guys know most of the details of how this build is. This video was a little bit shorter than normal, so I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, guys, and let's get on to the build. Here you go, guys. Okay, guys, for what we're running with this build, our main point of the whole build is going to be the Echo Harvest. This is going to allow us to defeating the weakening targets, creates an orb of power and a void breach. This is going to go very well with our other fragment, which picking up a void breach or an orb gives us devour. We'll also be running Echo of Persistence to increase our devour and invisibility. Because we're running Stylus Execution, we're almost always going to be invis from getting those kills off the weakened targets, and we're also using Vanishing Smoke because we're going to be constantly dodging. We're going to constantly be invis, which is going to make us very easy to walk around the map and do whatever we want. Then my choice of grenade was Scatter Grenade, but this can be your choice. And then the last fragment is all your choice. So if you're going to run the Vortex Grenade or another grenade that lasts longer, you can run the Echo of Remnants if that's up to you. For the mods, I am running a Grenade Kickstarter, a Firepower mod, a Invigoration, 2 of these. You can switch this out if you're not running stacks on stacks. You can switch these out for the new Harvest perk that picking up your subclass specific breaches will give you a charge stack. This is completely up to you. In my idea, I figured out that the stacks on stacks are the 2 innovations work the best, but that's all up for debate in the future. Lastly, we're going to choose a finisher mod because we're going to have an excess of charge stacks at almost all time. So if we want to use a grenade finisher or a special ammo finisher, it's all up to you. Next, we're going to be running Reaper, and because we're constantly dodging, we're going to be spawning more orbs, which can just lead to it if we don't have any weakening stuff left. Now we just have a bomber on there extra. Sadly, the bomber and like the utility Kickstarters, because the dodge with these Radiant Dance Machines doesn't work like normal dodges, it kind of takes away from most of the perks you can use from dodge activation, except Reaper. But Bomber and some of the super mod dodge things just don't work with them. But it still worked out pretty well. The rest of my build was pretty simple. I used my commemoration that I love using all the time. I was using Lemon Arc and Ignition Code, and then I got my Radiant Dance Machines. Not the best roll, that's why my stats aren't perfect, but I think this build could be much better if I had better stats and just much more fluid, because with the 80 mobility, I would sometimes run out of dodge, like in between when the perk on the Radiant Dance Machines runs out, and if that little duration was a little bit shorter, it would be way better. And everyone, it means so much that you guys stopped by. It would just mean even more if you guys left to subscribe, and if you guys are new, if you guys have been here for a while, please leave a like. I really appreciate you guys getting through the whole video and sticking with me through these hard times. The channel hasn't been doing great, and the whole monetization fiasco has really put a damper on what I wanted to do with this channel. But that's really it, and I hope you guys really have a great day. So thank you.